Hello everyone, Storm11 here. Today we'll be looking into my official fall 2019 forecast. Now we're going to get started with my forecast, and later on in the video we'll look into models and some of the reasoning. Now let's go and get started. The temperatures, as you can see here, if you seen the last one, I backed off quite a bit for the cold and the warm out in the west. Seen the last one. So my thinking is that a good chunk of the west could be warmer than average. In fact, the warmest could be pushed southward at this point, and you could also tell about the difference up in the northeast is actually got pushed a little bit to the west, and the cold pocket has been pushed up north there. That's where we could see most of the good cool shots, and then where there's no color, it is equal chances. Now this is excuse me, this doesn't really look that pretty. Again, they don't have enough colors. I was going to color in the green, but I think it doesn't really fit in. But as you can see here, there's been quite a bit of changes here. You can tell the northwest, it's got slightly above average precipitation. We got a large area of above average precipitation for parts of the southeast. We actually do have a slightly below average precipitation up and around the Great Lakes, in parts of the Midwest, and even parts of the Northeast. And we got a large pocket of slightly below average precipitation out west, where the ridge can pretty much stick around with that area. And again, no color, that's equal chances. Now, why it looks weird down there is because we could see this, if we're going to have a ridge out here, we could see monsoon season kind of start back up. We could see some scattered showers with thunderstorms, but it's going to be equal chances there. If it does get pretty active this fall, then it'll be a slightly above average. Then if it's not really happening, then that's going to be slightly below average, just to be safe there. Now, something I haven't done in a while, and that's the overall forecast here. I got it in 8 different regions. Region 1 is parts of the Northeast. Region 2 is parts of the Mid-Atlantic. Part 3 is for pretty much the part of the East Coast and the Gulf Coast states. 5 is kind of around the Mississippi Valley, I do believe, around Arkansas, Missouri, near the plains. 6 is kind of more into the plains. 4 will be around the Great Lakes to the northern plains. 8 will be parts of the Northwest, and 7 will take up a good chunk for the Rockies in the Southwest. Now, choose your area in one of these areas. I want to show you all the key, give you all a second. Okay. If you did not get it, you can just pause the video right here. Here's the key. If you're in Region 1, which is parts of the Northeast, you can probably have a little bit of a late fall there. Region 2, which was part of the Mid-Atlantic, could be a little bit stormy, where we could have a few systems that could go by there, could create a little bit of stormy weather. Hurricane season, that's kind of questionable there. We do have one kind of in progress, and that's Dorian. I made that on the last video talking about that. Area 4, which is around the Great Lakes and parts of the Midwest. That's where we can see some cold shots up there. Region 5, which is like around the Missouri, Arkansas area. And that's where we could see some severe weather to deal with, where we could have some little bit stronger cold fronts than usual. And fall is usually the second severe weather season, where we're going to see a little bit more active severe weather. Where there was no color-coded, which is Area 6, that's pretty much averaged. Warm and dry for Region 7, which is parts of the Rocky Mountains in the southwest. And Region 8, which is parts of the northwest, that is warm and wet. for the most part. Now we're going to go ahead and move on into some of the models. This is the Climate Prediction Center. This is updated today. So this is the final El Nino advisory. It's pretty much gone at this point. But as you can see here, temperatures are dropping in Nino 4, 3.4. Seems like it's slowing down in Nino 3. 1+2 is starting to warm up again. Overall, we're pretty much neutral, but I think La Nina is not too far behind at this point. It's still kind of a mess, though. You can see, okay, here's below the surface. This is what's updated a couple days ago. You can see some colder water is going up towards the surface. However, we are starting to see some warmer waters trying to come up the surface in 3.4. We're going to watch it. I could be trying to create a little bit of a Madoki type El Nino, but very weak. I think this could be mostly be neutral at this point. Here's some of the winds that could keep it cool down there. Let's see here. I don't think there's not much else. Oh yeah, here we go. You can see here we are starting to cool down. We've been in 0.8 for a while. I think that's average at Celsius. At least that's what I think it is. Wherever August ends, which should be this weekend, the time I'm making this video, this here will be officially finished, and we'll be moving on to this. There. As you can see here, let's see, where is it? Oh yeah, right here. So this is fall for the most part. You can see it's more than likely probably going to stay neutral there. This is what the models are indicating. So here's fall right here. Seems like we're starting to see a couple models start to go below the 0 degrees Celsius line there. But overall, the models are still trying to keep it above average there. That is 3.4. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. Here's the CFS version 2 here. This continues through winter 2019 and 20 there. Here's fall right here. You can see La Nina trying to come up, but it's mostly neutral phase. And I think that is it. Well, NOAA is actually updated their forecast. So this is their fall forecast pretty much. Precipitation could be a little bit wetter than normal. Now keep in mind, they just only fall 1 month. That's the CFS, and the CFS is not really good. So you're probably going to see them always going to be warmer. Like over here. They're not really that great with forecast. Let me tell you, their accuracy is pretty low. But we still do look into that. Alright, let's actually move into some models. I'll probably show you the current sea surface temperatures in just a moment, if I can remember later on in the video. So this is a Jamstack for fall. Looks like we can have above average sea surface temperatures just off the northwest. There. You can see a lot of areas pretty much above average there. If we look into the Enzo region, which is right in here, this area looks to be pretty neutral. Let's go to surface air temperatures here. You can see there's a blob of slightly below average temperatures for parts of like Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Illinois. I think I might say that again. And maybe Georgia and Indiana as well. That's where it's predicting for the coolest of the year for right now. Surrounding that is above average temperatures. You can see the southwest above average, same thing for the northern plains, the northwest, even the northeast as well. Let's kind of move on to this. We're going to be starting comparing models here. This is what the CFS is predicting. Like I said again, they're following the CFS. NOAA is. At least I think that's their name. Yes, it is. This is what I'm talking about. It's not really similar. You can see there's a little bit cooler pocket. It's completely opposite. But what I could tell is there could be a ridge in the west. You can see there's a couple warmer spots in there. See, northwest could be a little bit more warm. But basically everybody looks to be a little bit warm. But since this got a warm bias, we could take it down by a few degrees Celsius. Looking into this chart, seems like the cooler area can stay in around the Central Plains. There are warmer temperatures in parts of the Rockies in the Northwest. Here's the CAN-SIPS model here. You can tell it's showing a trough out in the east, then warmer temperatures in the Northwest. In the desert Southwest, looking to be slightly below average there. Let's move on to precipitation. What the JAMSTAT's got is the only area I see above average is Oklahoma and Texas and even Kansas, while everybody else is either average or below average precipitation there. Let's move on to the CFS. You can see here, completely different. Well, not really completely different, but it is pretty well different. You can see it kind of agrees with the northeast a little bit. There's a little bit of a dry area up there. Above average precipitation for parts of Florida, I can agree on that one because of hurricane season. West, either average or above average, which I do have some disagreements there. The CAN-SIPS model. And you should see here, different. Again, you can see it's hard to tell. There is a dry slot around the Great Lakes. There's dry conditions up in the Northwest. And average or slightly above average precipitation for parts of the Southeast there. Again, I can agree on that, but I cannot necessarily agree with the Northwest that much there. So basically, I average things out. These models kind of have pretty different solutions, but after looking at some other stuff, that's kind of where I came out with. Let's go ahead and move on to tropical tidbits again. Let's see here. Analyze tools. Okay. Ocean analysis. So this is what it is today. You can see La Nina trying to take over. It's now starting to becoming a mess where we have mixed, slightly above average temperatures and below average temperatures there. It used to before there it was very cool in this area. Now it's starting to kind of lose it a little bit there. This is something to watch. Overall, this is pretty much a neutral phase. It is starting to get close to La Nina, but at this point, it doesn't really like it at this point. But overall, I think some areas can have an early fall, like parts of the east. Not really much for the northeast. They can probably have potential late fall. The west could probably have a normal fall for the most part, especially around the Rockies there. Overall, I think we can have a decent fall this year. Here, fall foliage-wise should be pretty nice for parts of the east there. And even parts of the west could see a pretty good fall foliage as well. So, yeah, this is all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this. My last fall 2019 forecast. If you all do like this, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. If you all got any questions about fall 2019, put in the comment section down below. I'll answer you guys' questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I got a little bit of an announcement to say. That sometime this week or on Labor Day, I'll be making my first winter 2019-2020 forecast. So I'm sure y'all will be excited about that. Just stay tuned for that. It's either going to be sometime this week or Labor Day again. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.